is the idea that has been calling you? What is the idea that has been calling you for years? I feel like for me, I am currently answering the call for the podcast. And there are other purposes of mine that call me, but this is kind of the one that is in the forefront right now. So I'm very curious to know what is the calling or the idea? The idea that has been calling you? What is the idea that has been calling you? What is the idea that has been calling you for years that you may have felt scared to fully take on? Or perhaps is it something that you feel like things just get in the way? And so whatever that is, I'm curious of what that is, and then also how, what are the steps that you think you can take in order to make way for that? I don't know. These are just my questions, my deep questions. I'm my deep questions of the day. So I have prompts for you. Okay, but I made it to Rad Dad. I'm gonna go inside, and yeah, I shall await your responses. I love you. Bye. So it's another day, another location, but I did send that to my best friend yesterday, and I wanted to come over here because I guess this is my casual announcement about the podcast that I've been working on. So I have actually been feeling the call for a podcast or something close to a podcast. I didn't even know that it was going to be a podcast until the most recent winter solstice. And yeah, I have been feeling that call, something similar to it, ever since I was young. The fact that I make videos of myself, this is something that I've done, ever since I was little. And I actually began to, have fear of being seen because I witnessed people who perceived me through she was making videos of herself. I have fear I'm currently working through, so that's kind of the thing. I am afraid. I have fear of being perceived. I have fear of ruffling feathers, of making people angry, being disliked. But the thing is that the calling is just so strong that I think those are just challenges that I'm meant to face, and I'm working through it. So to answer my own questions, my calling is to work on a video podcast. That has been calling me for years, and it's kind of been slow with progress, but I've been chipping away at it. So these last 2 years, I have been working on choosing myself. And in choosing myself, I have worked on just learning how to nurture myself, at the most basic level. Just providing me, myself and my family, the most basic needs. Clean clothes, clean dishes, nourishing food. So that has currently felt like something that has kind of been in the way for me, just because of balancing all of the other things in life, of working again, and trying to maintain providing those everyday basic needs. For me, I'm currently working on clearing the way, I have already worked on basically expanding our laundry capacity so we don't have to do laundry 4 times out of the week, because I used to do that. I used to do laundry 4 days out of the week and I was so proud of it. So now I am currently working on revamping our meal prep plan to stock up a variety of meals in the freezer so I don't have to cook every single week of my life. I can make these bigger batches whenever it feels right and just continuously stock up our freezer. But it's requiring a lot of work at the beginning, and that's something that I've realized with a lot of my different projects, whether or not it's like a personal project or like something that I'm doing for the sake of nourishing ourselves. And once that is established, once the foundation is established, then it's just maintaining that kind of movement. So yeah, those are my things, and to share a little bit about what the podcast is going to be about, I have been telling people that it is going to be an oral history on my family, my oral record of my healing, but I also want to be sharing like things that are free flow, whatever it is that I want to talk about, free flow with friends, but also like me sharing stories of the good things in my life too, because the things in my past are just so heavy. I share that stuff openly, but it is also like sometimes I don't feel like there's enough time to share all of the inner workings that come along with that. And my inner workings, like, they just shift so fast. So like, even though it's been 2 years since I've been like active on social media, like I feel like I've lived like a million lives. I feel like I've lived a million lives since the last time. So to come back full circle, for all my friends who are watching this, what is the idea that has been calling you? How can you clear the way? How can you clear the way for you to pursue that calling? And it's okay if you don't know what exactly it is. Like, there are a lot of things that are still veiled for me when it comes to this particular calling of mine. If you're still confused about what that calling is, may you find the clarity on what that is, and may you find clarity on how to move forward to pursue that. If you haven't shared with me what your calling is, put it down in the comments below, or direct message me if you're a little self-conscious with putting it in the comments. But if I have already heard your calling, if I already know about your calling, and even if I don't know what your calling is, if you still want to keep that private, you're free to do that. But whatever that calling is, I am holding sacred space for you to have clarity on what it is, how to go forward with it, and I am holding sacred space for when that calling manifests for you. And so we shall end with bubble blessings. For everyone to step into their purpose, their authentic selves. To do whatever it is that you came here to do. For you to have courage, faith, belief in yourself. And for you to have the support in pursuing that dream, both with your physical loved ones and your spirit guides, your angels. I'm sending love, I'm sending courage, sending faith. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I love you guys. I will chat with you later. Bye!